Education. Roll call, please.
Student Board Member Joy Lee.
Oh.
Here. Member Nguyen.
Here.
Member Plancarte.
Here.
Member Jones.
Here.
Member Hill is absent. Member Thomas.
Here. Okay. Thank you. Is there any public comment on any closed session item?
There's no
No.
public.
Seeing none, we will be recessing to closed session where we will discuss public employment, dismissal, discipline, and release, conference with labor negotiators, employee organizations, NTA and CSEA, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, case number 23CV034303, Bird versus NUSD, and case 22CV020039, Clinton versus NUSD, and conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation. Thank you. Gentlemen, we have just returned from closed session where the board unanimously approved a settlement for the student case number 2023 NUSD 001 for a total of $108,000 per year for 2 years for a total of $216K. The motion was made by Member Thomas, seconded by Member Nguyen, and it was 4-0, Member Hill being absent. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda, and I understand Member Jones wants to pull an item.
Yes, I would like to pull 13.8. It is a board policy regarding interdistrict attendance, and we'd like to pull that so that the subcommittee has an opportunity to discuss it further and meet with staff before bringing it to a vote.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
I also have something I need a clarity question.
okay.
President Thomas, members of the board, it was brought to my attention that there may
Mike.
be a desire of the board. Oh, is it on? I'm sorry. I apologize. President Thomas and members of the board, it was brought to my attention that there may be a desire on behalf of the board to separate out item 11.1, which is the SEAC agreement and consultant contract for Mr. Burrell. They were put together because you have to have one to have the other, but it was brought to my attention that maybe we should vote separately, so we added a placeholder under 11.3, if that is what you would prefer to do, in which case I have a separate board item that I would pass out and distribute by paper, if that is what the will of the board is.
I have no problem with that. I think it makes sense to separate them out. They're two different issues. Do we have a general consensus that that's okay?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm fine.
Yes, I'm okay.
You would like to, okay to keep them or okay to separate out? You want to separate them? Okay, wonderful. Then what I'm going to do at this time for the public is, so that this is open, I will distribute those so that you have them in front of you when we get to the placeholder, if you don't mind, okay? You're most welcome. Put those together. There's the job description for executive director is also attached.
Thank you, Dr. De Leon.
13.8 is
So
all together.
I would entertain a motion to add 11.3, separating out the former 11.1 to 2, and to pull 13.8 for the next meeting.
I'll second it.
Please vote.
This is just approval of the agenda, right?
Yeah.
Roll call vote for the student board member. Oh, she's not on board docs tonight, yes. Sorry, apologies.
Student Board Member Lee, what's your vote?
Yes.
5-0.
Thank you.
Board members, now that we have approved the agenda, may I ask a question for clarity for moving forward? The item number 3.8, the new policy, is it the will of the board to have new policies also go through the subcommittee? As our understanding, it was for the batch of all the old ones that we have, like 5,000 old ones to do. Is it also the will of the board that the board policy subgroup review new policies as they come up that have never been done before?
My understanding is that the board subcommittee would be involved when the policy is so old that the new policy does not come with a CSBA-generated red line. So these are the ones that wouldn't come with a red line. And because many of these policies are pretty dense, it's hard to, without a red line, it's hard to know what has changed from the original policy. But with a subcommittee doing a deep dive into them, because we have the time and we're willing to do it, until we get all of these caught up so that we don't have these older policies coming forward, we would just use the subcommittee until we're caught up with getting all of the policies in new gamut that have been approved in new gamut before.
I think my question for clarity was, as new policies, because often after legislation is passed or whatever, a new policy will come up and we just bring that new policy. Does the subgroup also want to see that, I guess is my
I mean,
question.
if it's a new policy that we haven't had before,
Right.
I don't think we have to be involved in that. No. It's just when,
Only the older ones.
it's just when a red line would be very time-consuming for staff to
Right.
do. And if the policy already has a CSBA-generated red line, that would not have to come to the board.
Gotcha.
And I think all of these could be on consent. We don't have to have them on,
Okay.
okay?
Great. Thank you so much. I just wanted, Member Nguyen, did you also have something?
No, I just wanted to also echo what President Thomas has stated, is that my understanding, of the subcommittee was that the subcommittee was reviewing all the old policies, but any new policies, I think it's okay to come to the board, all of us, like it is tonight, for review, and then, because it is just a first reading, and we can pull it, and if there's something there we don't like, then we can see it back as a second reading. But I would like to see new policies come to the full board first before going to the subcommittee if needed for review.
I was thinking a new policy would be one that we hadn't had before. In the case of the 13.78 and 9 or whatever, the old policy is still active until we approve the revised.
Yes.
So,
My clarity was around in case when we have brand-new policies, if
Yeah.
this committee is for that, but apparently not.
Okay.
So that answered my question.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, I was just answering to the new policy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yay, we got it.
Got it. Okay, next, we have staff, no, we have our student report from Newark Memorial High School.
Oh, boy.
Ms. Lee.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, board, executive, cabinet, and community. My name is Joy Lee, and I'm honored and excited to represent Newark Unified students as the new student board representative. I'm currently a junior at Newark Memorial High School and president of the Environmental Club, outreach coordinator for the Interact Club, and I'm on our girls tennis team. I entered the Newark Unified School District my 4th grade year, and through the past years, Newark has shown me how strong a community can be. I am proud to be a product of our tight-knit community, and I am grateful to be here tonight to give my very first school report. Thank you. So last Wednesday was our first day back for students, and it was filled with icebreakers and learning about PRIDE in our new classes. PRIDE is the acronym at our schools, which stand for the student expectations on campus: participation, respect, integrity, drive, and excellence. I just wanted to take a moment and thank all the new staff who joined our Newark family. Although we students do not express it often, we are thankful for you guys and the difference that you make in our schools and lives. I would like to shout out and give a big thank you to Superintendent De Leon, who pushed for renovation on Newark Memorial High School's campus, and also want to thank our maintenance staff who worked hard to get our school ready for this new school year. Students have given feedback that it is uplifting to come back seeing improvements on our campus with the even pavement, newly painted lockers, and our water filling stations. To get the school spirit fired up, Newark Memorial High School kicked off with their annual Blacklight Welcome Back Assembly on Friday. It began with many laughs from the class competition of bubble soccer, where juniors secured the win, and concluded with our Blacklight performances by our clubs K-pop, cheer, South Asian Student Union, and creators. Shout out to student Rami Hayani for organizing this assembly, and thank you to our superintendent and Ms. Sachs for attending. We hope you had a marvelous time. The week before, Newark Memorial High School had a link crew orientation for our incoming 9th graders, transitioning from our Newark Middle School to our Newark Memorial High School. We hope our volunteering seniors and juniors were able to be of help for our new incoming 9th graders. Many students can agree that our athletics department is a big part of our Newark Memorial High School, and on August 2nd, fall sports orientation was hosted, where expectations for our future student athletes was shared, and families were able to meet the coaches for each sport. Fall sports registration has closed. However, look out for our winter sports registration during October, which will include soccer, basketball, and wrestling. Fall sports games has also started. Families, if you're listening, come to root on our teams. To find more dates and times, go to our Instagram, Newark Memorial NMHS Athletics. Okay, so now I will announce upcoming events to look out for in the month of August. So if you would like to take note of it, now is the time. On August 18th, Newark Memorial High School will be having our Link Crew picnic during lunch in the quad for the freshmen to reconnect with their upperclassmen and Link Crew leaders. Athletics will be hosting our very first Champions Conference on Saturday from August 19th from 4 to 7 p.m. This is for all Newark Memorial High School student athletes. The conference will include Cougar athletic themed breakout sessions, giveaways, and end with a barbecue. For more information, it can be found on, once again, our Instagram page, NMHS Athletics, which if you are not connected to yet, please follow. On August 25th at lunch is our annual Club Rush. All of our clubs will set up informational booths and host giveaways and performances to encourage students to join clubs. We highly recommend that students please join all the clubs on campus. And this is for our middle and high school parents on August 30th. An information night on the dangers of vaping and fentanyl will be hosted in the theater at Newark Memorial High School. We highly encourage parents to attend to learn more about vaping and fentanyl and gain access to resources to help support our kids and keep them safe. Notable speakers are Program Coordinator Jeanette Torres Solis from Eden Youth and Family Center Substance Use, Outreach Worker Nathan Superman from the Alameda County Tobacco Control Community Health, and lastly, Kathy Miranda, fentanyl awareness educator, advocate, and founder of Garrett's Voice. If you are interested, more information will be available on our new Parent Square app. We hope you encourage your kids to attend these events and mark your calendars. That is all for the very first school report. Thank you for listening.
And Joy, welcome again. Welcome again to the board. And being a junior, you may be here 2 years. That would be nice.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say one quick word?
Sure.
Joy, I am so incredibly proud of you. That was an amazing first report, well-written, articulate, and intelligent. Thank you so much. It was great. And, by the way, I will want to personally thank Joy, because when we were there for the blacklight assembly, she helped us to our seats. She made us comfortable. She talked to us. She showed us where to go. It was incredible. Did you have fun, Ms. Sachs?
Yeah, she made us feel cool.
She was awesome. So thank you. Definitely the right selection for our board rep. So thank you.
And
There
would you-
will be more assemblies, so other board members, if you guys would like to come, please come.
Thank you.
Yes.
Joy, would you like to introduce your family that's here?
Yes, please. Oh, yeah. My mom and my dad are here over there. My dad's name is Jonathan, and my mom's name is Hesed. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you to mom and dad.
Great, thank you. So next, student spotlight, Superintendent De Leon.
Yes, so our staff spotlight tonight. So, as you know from our last board meeting, our facilities maintenance team did a lot of really great work, and we had a big presentation on it. But I found out after the fact that some folks didn't know about the recognition and wanted to be here. So we invited them back tonight. And so if our wonderful facilities maintenance folks, anybody from the department would come up and, yes, come on. Is anybody here? Come on, there they are. Come on up. Yay! I know that their work hours are early in the morning, but we did want to make sure we reached out and gave people an opportunity once we informed them, so, yeah.
We did have one custodian come, but he thought it was going to be earlier, so he went back to work.
Okay.
So thank you, V.
But please do pass along our deepest gratitude for all of their hard work. And we're sorry that these meetings are so late at night and it just doesn't jive with those early schedules. But we do appreciate them and thank them for all of their hard work. And as you heard from Board Member Lee, it made a huge difference.
Yes, we thank you.
For our
as
students.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, just a sec, I have to tell you that when we went on the first day of school and visited the schools, I was blown away by how good they all looked. And I remember in the days leading up to the opening of school, I went by Kennedy School and I gave a shout out to the grounds guy that was cleaning that up, and the same thing at McGregor site.
McGregor site.
McGregor-
Same crew.
Yeah. Anyway,
They just
so
go from place to
the
place.
job-
Thank you for the recognition. Thank you.
Yeah, the job they've done and your team has done to get ready for school is great and amazing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Could I add one more thing, President Thomas? I'm sorry, but I do want to also recognize the fact that our schools, several of our schools hosted Think Together all summer, and so there were classes in there, and there was a real time crush right after Think Together closed to try to then go and deep clean all of those classrooms that they housed during the summer. And I know that I put a lot of pressure on everybody to have those schools looking fabulous and to keep them fabulous. And we were afraid that maybe it wouldn't happen because they were really crunched for time with those schools, and they did it. So I just have to add that. They came through when we needed them, so thank you.
Next, we move to employee organizations. I see we have someone here.
They're both here. Yay!
Welcome.
Welcome, Ms. Huffer.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hi.
You know, I have to write everything down because you guys know I don't do this very well. I wanted to say good morning, board members, Superintendent De Leon, executive cabinet, community members here and watching from home, and our members of CSEA Chapter 208. Welcome back to all of you that were off for the summer, and for those that had to work, I hope you were able to get some days off to relax. CSEA had its 97th annual conference at the end of July with over 1,900 delegates statewide. CSEA Newark Chapter 8 elected and sent Sarah Keyser and Toya Lemus as our delegates this year. Members conducted business, voted on resolutions, and voted in the new slate of board of directors for the next 4 years. CSEA's negotiations team is looking forward to continue negotiations to wrap up unfinished business and to begin bargaining our contract reopener. And then, on behalf of the executive board, we would like to personally thank all our classified staff for all they do every day. Without them, the school could not function, especially this summer with school ending in May, and it should have been in June, that was my mistype, and summer school starting right up. This did not give our members much time to get things done, but with hard work and a dedicated team, they were able to complete assignments before the first day of school. Custodians were able to get all facilities cleaned, floors waxed, completed minor repairs for the safety of our students and staff. Our grounds team was able to get all the landscaping completed and looking great for the first day of school. Our paraeducators, librarians, aides, kitchen staff jump-started their first day with training and helping getting their classrooms set up and kitchens together. Clerical staff hit the floor running with getting calendars arranged, parent portal questions answered, and sending out all necessary important information to the new parents and existing parents for their students to have a great start to their new school year. And lastly, our maintenance, operations, and transportation staff. Without them, our sites would not have working lights, air conditioning, plumbing, key badges, locks reprogrammed, carpentry work, alarms functioning properly, furniture moved from multiple rooms and multiple sites in time for school to start. So I know that I am missing so much more, and forgive me, classified staff, if I forgot anybody or forgot what you guys all did. But I wanted to acknowledge their hard work is not unnoticed and greatly appreciated. With that said, to all our classified staff, CSEA's executive board and I thank you. And then I want to wish the staff and students an excellent 2023-24 school year. So that's it.
Thank you, Ms. Huffer.
Hello, good evening, Superintendent, board members, and the rest of our Newark community. My name is Sherry Villa, and I'm president of our NTA. First, I'd like to welcome Mr. Burrell to our interim HR. I've had a chance to have a few meetings with them, and, looking forward to, doing the work. So thank you for being here, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, first things first, I'd like to thank, or welcome back Kickoff. Thank you to Food Services for providing the food for us and the lunch. Awesome. Teachers are a lot of compliments, so thank you to Food Services. Superintendent, what breath of fresh night, positive, just a new direction. So thank you for what you're already bringing and continue to bring. All right, on another note, let's see, appreciation to our returning NTA members. We have anywhere from 2 years all the way up to 30 years plus coming back. So, people keep showing up, and it's very inspiring. Okay, now, and finally, our own board policy 4112.2 talks about providing assistance and support to teachers that hold a preliminary credential, and we do. Induction, absolutely. To keep in mind our long-term subs in our district. They also need the support and, support from teachers, in lesson planning to classroom management. We have some people coming, with no background in subject matter, and we're, putting them in classroom and ready, go, it's going to be difficult. So keeping those, making sure that we support our long-term subs. But other than that, we're looking forward to a positive year. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Villa.
Thank you, Ms. Villa. Could I add something really quick, President Thomas? I'm just so excited about all this.
Fine.
So, I do want to piggyback on what Ms. Villa just said. Well, and also later I'll be piggybacking on what Ms. Heffer said as well. But I do want to piggyback on how helpful our veteran teachers are to our new teachers and to our substitutes. We have a few vacancies in this district and some long-term substitutes in our classrooms. And, I am committed to making sure they all get support. I know that our teachers, our wonderful veteran teachers, are there to help. I can tell you that my daughter, who is a long-term sub, has gotten fabulous help. Tonight, Ms. Villa, who's at her school, said, have her come to room 2. But it's just been that spirit of collaboration and everybody pulling together. And I really appreciate this district for that spirit of collaboration. Our teachers have really helped each other. Our classified staff really help each other. And we all help each other. And so I want us to keep that going. And I want to thank both of you for setting the example, and for all of our partners, all of our wonderful employees for setting that example. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we move on to public comment. Do we have anyone that is put in a card for public comment
No.
on either agenda
No
items
public
or
comments on
non-agenda
either.
items? Okay. Seeing none, we move on to superintendent report.
Okay, so tonight I just wanted to talk a little bit about how we started off school and how it went. And so if we'll go to the first slide, our pre-service, in-service, before our teachers and classified staff come back, we have a lot of trainings. And so I have asked our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Nicole Pierce Davis, to please talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So it actually started even before this with our office managers coming back on
yes.
July 24th, and then our office clerks coming back on July 31st. We then had our NUMA retreat on August 2nd, where we brought back all of our managers. We followed up with a day 2 for NUMA with principals and reviewed district policies, what our kickoff would look like. And I know you are all at the kickoff, which we really appreciate your attendance. Many of you guys also came to our new teacher orientation on August 4th, where we give a chance for our new teachers to understand who's who in the district office, let them know that they have support here, have them get to know each other a little bit because they often are each other's best resource. And just generally welcome new teachers with open arms so that they know they have a district that will support them when the time will come, because the time will come. And then again, as you all know, the kickoff was a great success, and I'm sure you're going to talk about that next.
We have a slide for that, actually. And I apologize for leaving off the office clerk one. I should have had that because, by the way, Ms. Sachs did an amazing PD on Parent Square that day for office clerks. It was a great day. Our office managers, it was a fabulous day. They really did a great job. District kickoff. So our district kickoff was August 7th at the old gym at Newark Memorial. We decided that we just need to celebrate people being back. So we had our amazing Cougar Band and cheer welcoming all of our employees as they came back. As said previously, our educators provided breakfast and lunch for all of our employees, and it was delicious. We had 309 employees attend, which is nearly 67%. Do understand, though, that many of our employees are 10-month and they don't return till after that. But then also we had people back at the sites like doing landscaping. Our custodians were still cleaning and prepping with school just 2 days away. And our food services people were also cooking that day. And so there were several people who couldn't come. But we were really thrilled with the attendance that day. And then I just wanted to briefly give a shout out to some of the schools who won. We had a spirit challenge. We did. I'm that gal. I'm a cheerleader at heart. So We had best spirit gear was Coyote Hills with their fluorescent gear. It was awesome. We had the loudest school, which they had these horns that were so loud, so loud. Kennedy, Miss Obadossier geared them up with their horns. Best overall school spirit went to the BGs. Ooh, they had a lot of people in attendance as well. Best department spirit went to special education. They had matching shirts. They were loud as can be. It was awesome. And then we just today announced, we did the calculations, and the best attendance was Coyote Hills by like about 10% above everybody else, with 80% attendance at the kickoff. So we were really proud of that. And it was just to me, all I wanted was short, fun, and let's review our goals and let's get excited for the school year and let's work as a team. And one more time, if I haven't said this enough, I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. We all do this together. Nobody's more important than anybody. Everybody contributes. Everybody gives it their all. And when that happens, students achieve, period. And that's how we roll in NUSD. So anyway, it was a good day. And I want to thank our board for being there. And it was hot. Oh, my Lord, it was hot. But it was good. It was good. Next slide. First day of school was August 9th. Our board members and I, and cabinet and Miss Sachs, we all walked around just so we could see. And here's what we noticed. Our schools were organized. As Ms. Huffer mentioned, people have been working all summer to get it together. Many staff had been working together, and it was organized. Our parents were there. They were welcomed onto our campus. Everybody was outside helping children, helping parents. Our campuses were sparkling. They didn't get that way with the snap of a finger. That was hard work of all of our custodians and our facilities folks. Our classes were full to the brim with students. I felt an energy in our schools where people are ready to get to work and make us the best. And our students deserve it, and we are committed to that. And it was just such, I'm not going to list every single person who contributed, because when you do that, you forget somebody. And I almost always will forget one person or something, and I feel awful. But what I'm going to say is everybody contributed. Our teachers are classified, our administrators, our awesome principals, everybody, our board, everybody, and our parents were a huge part. And it was just an amazing first day, and it's going to be a great school year. Oh, wait, and there was one more thing, too. I'm sorry, I have to mention this. I asked Mr. Burrell, if he would talk a little bit about, one thing that was hard was trying to get staffed for the school year, because we had a lot of vacancies this year. We had over 30 filled, but we still had some because some people left to go to other districts like a week before school started. And so we still have some vacancies out there, but I'd love it if Mr. Burrell would talk to us about what they're doing and the work that they've done.
Is it on? I'm good to go. Great. Thank you for having me, board members and community and organizations. The Human Resources team has been working closely with each of the school sites. We have a comprehensive list of areas of need in regards to vacancies. We are analyzing what's in the pipeline, which substitutes can be long-term for a certain amount of time while we fill. But in working with Dr. De Leon, our team has made it a priority to make hiring, our top priority to start the year. So I had a great day coming on the first day of school, so I'm in hopes of, getting that again to be the #1 priority. I got a chance to go and visit a couple more schools today just to spend a little more time, meet office staff, and also, I got to hear the plugs of, we really need various support. So we will be on it and continue to work to fill those spots.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so what he's talking about is our real priority to get subs in place, get teachers in place. So there are a couple agenda items on there tonight that will maybe help us do that. So we're really, really doing everything we can. So thank you, Mr. Brawl. Then lastly, I would love it if Ms. Sachs would talk about Parent Square. She did, let me just tell you, she was at Lincoln today training teachers. And, you know, they asked a lot of questions. I was a little afraid. And she just handled it like a pro. I was like, darn, she's good. So go ahead, tell us.
All right, well, we've rolled out Parent Square, so everyone should now be able to access their Parent Square. And what it is really two-way communication between parents, the teacher, the principal, just their school site in general. It's a great way to get that communication out there because, as we learned previously, there was, 33 different languages spoken across Newark, I think was what the library determined, and Parent Square will translate back and forth and into whatever, it translates into over 100 languages. And so we're able to reach everyone in our community, and it kind of breaks down that communication barrier between our teachers and our families. So what it does is it speaks to Parent View, it pulls their information from Parent View and Student View. It's in a phone app, which is super great. It's really easy to access. You can just download the app onto your phone. You can access it by website. If you choose to do neither of those, you will still get our emails of important information when it goes out. Parents will also have the ability to fill out and submit forms as well. We're still in the process of rolling some of that out. And if everybody saw yesterday, Dr. De Leon submitted her first community newsletter, and it was fully the entire thing. I think everything except for the top header could translate because we did it through Parent Square. So that was a big success.
Thank you, Ms. Sachs. And I would be absolutely remiss if I did not mention the hard work of our Business Services Department, everybody got paid. Everybody had their supplies delivered. It was amazing. And Ms. De La Cruz, I would love it if you would talk a little bit about payroll and how many they had to run and how much ordering they did. Could you just tell us?
Yeah, so in July, we had 4 payrolls processed because we had to do retros and the new salary schedules and then the regular payroll. And all of the bargaining units and employee groups got paid, and all of the calculations that needed to be done, some of them are really complicated, so thanks to our business services staff for getting that done. All of the POs that have been processed, there's a lot of renewals that occur on July 1, and all of the orders that needed to be received and checked in and delivered. So everybody was really busy trying to get the schools prepared for the first day of school.
Oh my gosh. I think thank you so much, Ms. De La Cruz. We do appreciate it. I think that is all, President Thomas.
Thank you, Dr. De Leon. So next we move on to new business, and I will ask the superintendent to introduce 11.1, which is the contract with the School Employers Association of California.
Yes, thank you so much. Let me go ahead and click on it real quick so I have it in front of me. Yes, thank you, President Thomas, members of the board. This is a contract with the School Employers Association of California. And this is an organization that provides assistance in human resources and support. They give us updates on new legislation, new bills, new law regarding HR. They offer consulting services. There are many, many things that they do. They have a newsletter. I have been, almost every district I've ever been in, we've belonged to SEAC because they're a very valuable organization. SEAC is the organization that actually Mr. Burrell works for and is providing him as a consultant. So I wanted to bring the contract for them. If you look at the actual contract, a district our size would be about $1,800 for our annual service. And so I am asking the board to please approve this wonderful organization to work with our district.
Any comments from board members? If not, I would appreciate a motion.
But I'll make a motion to accept this.
I'll second.
Okay, Member Jones makes a motion to accept the contract, and Ms. Nguyen seconds it. Please, student member Lee,
Yes.
please vote. If you're wondering why it takes time, we have to set up the voting for each issue, but it's a good process because it automatically works with the setting up of the minutes, correct?
It's for which item?
She must come back up. If we can interrupt the agenda and go back to employee organizations, Ms. Huffer would like to speak.
Did we vote already on did we capture the vote for
Yes.
the last one?
Oh, what?
Yes, I captured the vote. It's 5-0.
5 ayes.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
I totally
Welcome
appreciate
back.
this. Thank you. So soon, right? I knew I was going to forget somebody, and I do have to acknowledge these three people. It's IMC department, total
Yes.
of 3 people, but without them,
Right.
these students and teachers would not have their curriculum to get the ball going first day of school. And I want to make sure, like I said, I was going to forget somebody, and of course,
Always,
you know,
always.
but I
always.
want to make sure I acknowledge them tonight so that they are aware that I, thank you so much, and thanks for doing everything you do, and hopefully we continue to have a great year. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to come back up.
I have to say, I know at the beginning of the year they have a big job, but what I love about the IMC is all of the science and STEAM and equipment they get out to our schools throughout the year. They do such a fantastic job.
Yeah, we don't, for us that sit behind, the screen, we don't realize how much work
I
it
know.
takes to get all that information logged into the
a
system and
lot.
get it all out to them.
You want-
And they were able to do that. So I wanted to make sure that I was allowed to come back up and acknowledge them.
Well,
And I appreciate you guys letting me do that.
Thank them for us.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and in the spirit of not forgetting, Miss Daly Cruz?
You started it, Maria. So yes, after I finished and I quickly remembered our fabulous graphic arts department, I can't forget how much work they do from the get-go, getting all of the materials printed for all of our schools. So thank you, graphic arts.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Next, we move on to 11.2, Superintendent, increased daily rate for substitute teachers.
Okay, Mr. Burrell, would you like to handle that one?
Sure. In working in conjunction with Dr. De Leon, we talked about making sure that we remain competitive with our neighboring districts in regards to substitute salaries or daily rates. So I had my team do an analysis of our neighboring districts, including Fremont, New Haven, Milpitas, Hayward, in taking a look and analyzing where we sat. We fell slightly below all of those other districts, and so we decided to raise it to slightly above the other districts. But with that, money alone doesn't bring people. It really is building a community within the schools, making sure that our substitute and guest teachers feel welcomed at the school sites. And so we also have a very untapped group within our own families. And with the basic skills of having the CBEST test being put on pause for a year until the end of 2024, having a bachelor's degree along with obtaining your 30-day sub-permit is enough to become a substitute along with the training that goes along from the district level. So my department, with, in hopes of the passing of this, we will be looking at also making a push out to recruit new substitutes into our district as well. This honors our subs that we have. We also built in, if you saw, a longevity where for our regular subs who come often enough, and we had marked at 15 days per month, that would be a $300 longevity bonus added on during that month. Other districts, you had to wait till the end of the year. It was closer to 60 or 75 days, and we want it to be immediate and have that feel right there. So with that, I propose that we move forward with this new sub rate for our district substitutes.
Yeah, Ms. Nguyen?
Thank you for bringing this proposal tonight. I think this is definitely overdue, and I love the fact that there's a Newark USD longevity bonus built into that. I think that's really smart, and we really do need to make these kinds of efforts in order to be able to get substitutes in to be able to help backfill our teachers, and I really appreciate that. So thank you.
Would any of you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve this item.
I'd be happy to second that.
Ms. Plancarte moves and Ms. Jones seconds the approving the increased daily rate for substitute teachers. I believe this is a personnel item, so the student board member does not vote on personnel items. So please vote.
Four ayes.
Okay, 4 ayes, thank you. Next, we have 11.3, which is a placeholder, which has been pulled out. And Superintendent, do you want to talk about this?
Yes, this is the consultant contract for our hopefully soon-to-be interim executive director of human resources, Stephen Burrell. This is a contract of to not exceed $200,000 at a rate of $150 per hour. So with the thought that it would be leave us enough flexibility for him to be able to work hopefully many days until we have somebody in place, because we really want to be able to take our time to find an outstanding HR leader. And then also understanding that he has all the other consultant jobs as well, and there are days where he'll be there for 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours, and then that helps us to spread the time even further. And so it is my sincere hope that this board will approve the contract for Mr. Steve Burrell.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract.
Ms. Nguyen makes a motion to approve this contract with Mr. Burrell.
I'll second.
Ms. Jones seconds it. Student member does not vote. Please vote.
Four ayes.
4 ayes, thank you.
Can I just say thank you, and I really look forward to providing as much expertise to the district as possible. It's been really a wonderful first week. I enjoyed the first day of school. You've done wonderful. You have an amazing cabinet, but you did a great selecting a new superintendent. We clicked right from our first phone call. I think we have a lot of the same energy, and hope to bring that positivity throughout and help bridge to the person that will be here long term. So thank you.
We are so pleased to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
Next, we move on to the consent agenda. We have 13.2 through 13.9, with the exception of 13.8.
Personnel items.
Oh, I'm sorry. Personnel items. Where is it?
I move to approve items 12.2 and items 12.3, but student board member does have a comment that she would like to make on item 12.3.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment. Last year, I helped out at our Cougar Olympics and was able to meet our special education department and met many of the teachers working there. And they're just so marvelous at what they do. And I hope to see support to find more special education teachers with that same dedication and love for the students as them, because the program that we have on this campus is just so special.
Well, thank you very much for that acknowledgement. Yay. So do we take these both at the same time? Yes. So
I'll make a motion to second Member Nguyen's motion for accepting 12.2 and 12.3.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have Member Nguyen making the motion, Member Jones seconding to approve the consent for personnel items. Please vote.
Student board member vote. 4 aye.
4 ayes, thank you. And sorry I jumped the gun on the non-personnel items, but we'll move on to that next.
Could I quickly just thank our bargaining team?
Oh, yeah.
I do want to thank our wonderful NTA and NUSD bargaining teams who negotiated the bonus for our special education, negotiated the MOU for our special education bonus so we can get some great teachers in place. Thank you.
Okay, next, we have previously pulled 13.8 on the consent agenda, but I would like to have a motion for the remainder of those items.
I'll make a motion to approve all minus 13.8.
I'll make a motion to second.
Ms. Blancarte moves the consent agenda minus 13.8, and Member Jones seconds that. Please vote.
Does the student board member vote on this?
Oh, Member Lee, your vote.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, student
5
Lee.
aye.
Thank you, Member Nguyen, for keeping me on track here.
Would you like me to read the donation report?
Yes, that would be nice.
We are so thrilled that part of the consent agenda, we approved several donations to our district. So I want to give some shout outs. Woo, break it down. Here we go. We got a donation from Jason Siraula for $50 for Newark Middle School. Specific purpose was our teacher donation account. Got to give our teachers some love. All right, we got $4,000 for Kennedy Elementary from the Kennedy School PTA. Thank you, PTA. And the purpose is the science camp bus. Woo, nice. We got $32.50 for Newark Middle School from Box Tops for Education, and this goes into the principal's donation, probably so she can give out treats and gifts and stuff. Okay, we got $1,500 for Newark Memorial High School from the Newark Rotary Foundation, and the specific purpose, Rocketry Club. Woo! Break it down with Rotary. Woo! Okay, and then last but by no means least, $2,000 for Newark Memorial High School. Again, wow, Rotary. For the Newark Rotary Foundation for Athletics. Love it. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful donors.
Yes, Member Nguyen.
I wanted to give a shout out to President Thomas. She is responsible, and you lead the Newark Rotary Foundation in accepting fundraising and distributing and reviewing all of the applications that come in, and and then we vote as a club to make that happen. So President Thomas does a lot with the Rotary, and I just wanted to acknowledge her and say thank you.
Well, thank you. I'd also like to say that we, in addition to grants like we just made, we have donated $5,000 to the Newark Educational Foundation for, get this, for their next project is to work with, can I let the cat out of the bag, Member Wynn? I don't know that you were there today, but a little birdie told me that they are putting together a call for proposals for supporting teachers and projects at the middle school.
Oh, yay! Yes. So with that, I also wanted to add something. I know that the Newark Educational Foundation is being revamped, and they're doing a lot more marketing, and that's also in part thank you to Ms. Jennifer Cirillo. And
Absolutely.
and I think if members in the community, if you want to volunteer, or please come join these organizations, especially the Rotary. I'm pitching the Rotary now too. We do a lot of fundraising for the community, and it does go back, as you can see, to our teachers, our students, and our community. So I would really, if you guys are watching, please come and join these wonderful organizations that help out our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Wynn.
Yay.
Really appreciate that.
All right.
Well, this is really going to be a record evening. It's 8:15, and we are at Board of Education Committee reports, announcements, requests, debrief, and discussion. And Joy, I don't know if you remember this, but we usually start off with you to see if you have any announcements or requests.
No, not today. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Member Wynn?
Yes, first and foremost, I just wanted to thank Dr. De Leon and all the executive staff, everyone here at the district for putting together a wonderful kickoff event. We have not had that in the past, and what a wonderful event it was. I personally enjoyed it immensely. Just the fact that it does bring everybody together at the beginning of the start of the year. It lays out expectations because you shared the goals and the district goals with everyone, and I think that sets everybody up for what everyone is expecting, especially in the community, and also what you're expecting of your staff. And I think that's amazing. We really needed that. We haven't had that in the past, like I said. And then what really, what you had said about opportunities and having options, it really resonated. I think that's what getting an education is really all about, is setting ourselves up to be able to have a successful career and be able to have options and opportunities so that we can thrive and pull ourselves out and create and stop the systemic hardships and also to be able to create a fulfilling life. And so that really resonated, and I hope that resonated with our teachers. So, because our teachers, if you don't realize, you guys are a beacon of hope for a lot of students. And a lot of times our students may not know at first that they are special and that they are capable. It just takes one person to be able to connect with them, and that's usually our teachers. And I'm where I am at today, and I'm successful because of my teachers, and I'm giving back to the community that has given me so much. And I hope that our teachers remember that all their hard work is not in vain. If you are able to touch one child's life and improve it and make a positive impact, it's a lifelong change. And I hope that our students realize that they are very capable of being able to do whatever it is that they set their minds to. And we believe in you. We believe that you are capable, strong, smart, and can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. So I hope that you strive for that in your life, and it can get you very, very far. I promise you that much. And then with that said, the only one request I have is I just wanted to get an update on our Wi-Fi access and how that project is coming along for the high school. I know that we want to make sure that our technology that's in place is able to service our students there and the teachers so that they can do and make progress throughout the school year. And I know that we've had some delays with hardware being shipped here and installation, but I hope that we're able to get that done. So I hope that we can get an update for that. So with the board majority, I hope that you agree with me and approve that. I would love to get a staff report from the staff. Thank you.
Okay, great. Ms. Blancardi?
I don't have any committee updates, but I do want to officially welcome all of our families, our students, our teachers, our staff. Thank you, Penny, for inviting us to the Welcome Wagon first day site visit. It truly was an honor to be a part of that, and I really felt the energy was just so infectious, and it just feels so positive. And I'm really excited for this year, and I am happy and grateful that we have such good custodians and that we have some great crossing guards, and they are all a part of it as well. So I do want to thank them because, you know, not only them, but obviously everybody who had a hand in beautifying our campuses. I mean, you truly could see them shining. Some of them, you know, were just absolutely sparkling clean, and to have an environment where you start off and it's in such a great shape, it might not seem like it's a big deal, but it really is a big deal, and it just sets up the year for success. And so I just hope that our families are just as excited. I think for the most part, everybody I've talked to is super excited, and I'm happy to see our teachers back at school, and I really wish the students and everybody a great, successful year. So thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Jones?
I just want to say welcome back to everyone as well, and that I had a blast going around to the schools that first day and being able to pop into teachers' classrooms. That teachers welcomed us in and were very receptive to us, you know, saying things or giving hugs out to past students in my case. So it was really fun, but I just really appreciated the attitudes of, please come in, you know, and spend a minute, and that allowing us to interrupt your first day meant a lot. And the experience of coming into the positive, excited atmosphere of the classrooms and the schools. And so thank you so much for that opportunity for us to be able to visit you and to be a part of your first day with the students. It's been really fun being a grandma to a Kennedy student too, and being able to walk to school and meeting parents as just a community member. And that's been an awesome experience too. And I'm having some really great conversations with parents that I'm meeting as I'm walking home after dropping Delilah off. So welcome to this year, and really look forward to many more opportunities of being able to pop in and see other students and teachers in their classrooms. Thank you.
Yeah, and for me, a big shout out and a big thank you to the executive staff, to NUMA, to our NTA teachers and CSEA for all the work all of our employees have done getting ready for school, and to our parents and students. It was a lot of fun going around with my colleagues here on the board. Of course, the three of them were greeted all the time because they know Member Wynn as a parent and Member Blancardi, and of course, everyone knows Member Jones. 30 years in the district. So it was a lot of fun with the start of school. I had a chance to speak at the new teachers' welcome, and I told them what teachers meant to me, and to my future growth, and impressed on them that they're going to make a big difference in the life of their students. And there's going to be that 1 or 2 or 10 special students that will just forever be different because of their support and intervention. So that's my report, except for I do I do want to mention that Member Hill and I, with Dr. De Leon, met with the Bayside Homeowners Association, and maybe Member Superintendent, you might mention a little bit of that in a moment. My one request would be, and we talked about it before, and if we went to the Masters in Governance, we learned about having a board calendar and capturing on the board calendar, and the CSEA has, CSBA has a great template that we can use to develop a calendar. We can put reports on it, and I know we've had some of these in the past. Interdistrict report, athletic department report, volunteers. There's all sorts of things that we can put on that calendar and space it out during the year, so there's not a big burden on staff to just schedule these things. So that would be my one request. Dr. De Leon.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, apologies. I do have a comment regarding the board calendar. I believe there's already a start of a board calendar through Google, through our Gmail calendar. So we can discuss what other items you'd like to be put on there, and it's already linked to our personal calendars. So if you need me to show you how to use it, I'm happy to, President Thomas.
The Google calendar?
The Gmail. It's built into our Gmail account. Our Gmail calendar.
I think she's talking about a governance calendar.
Governance.
Oh, okay, sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah.
It's confusing. There are both. One is like a calendar of dates and events, which is, I think, what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I apologize.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about, though.
Okay.
Yeah, and I might ask you for help.
Okay, perfect. And then our student board member does have a comment.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I just had a comment. It was my first meeting, and it was really great. Thank you to everyone, and to everyone who's listening, and to everyone who's listening, and even in there. I ask for your understanding as this year goes by, and I look forward to being able to truly connect this amazing board with our exceptional students, because even like a year ago, I didn't even know this board existed, and I know I'm not the only one on our campuses, and I hope to be able to connect all our students at our school with this board so that we will be able to have a great connection with each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, very good.
Next, we move on to the superintendent's concluding comments.
Okay. Thank you so much, President Thomas. And I just got hand sanitizer in my eyeball, so it won't be long. I was rubbing it. So it'll be brief. Okay. So you read my mind, President Thomas. We actually had a conversation at our last cabinet about a governance calendar and kind of, planning out the year in terms of what staff reports need to happen. There are statutory reports and then also board requests. And so we're in the process of actually putting that together as we speak. So it's going to be good. So we're happy about that. We did, members Thomas, Hill, and I met with the Bayside HOA, which there were about 200 people, parents, on the Zoom meeting, and Bayside is the community down by Sanctuary Village and all of that area where the new developments are. And they want state-of-the-art schools for their kids. They want their students going to prestigious universities, and they want us to help them get there, and they want STEAM and all of those things. And so we had a long conversation about how we were going to get there as a district and what our goals were. And I asked them to give us a minute, but go with us. Go with us on the journey, help us participate, be there, walk with us every step of the way, because it's not done overnight, but it's going to be done. And hopefully, as new condos and whatnot are built, as we've had conversations before, but we will likely have to build a school out in that area soon. And so just food for thought, but that's coming back, and they were wonderful people. And we're going to continue to meet, as well as all the other HOAs. I've reached out to several of them. I'm a little afraid because when my HOA finds out that I live there, I'm going to have knocks in the middle of the night, right? So, but anyway, we are reaching out and bringing our parents in. We want to recapture everyone we can into this district. And I also would be remiss if I didn't thank all of our district office employees, both certificated and classified, who filled in at our sites and are still filling in some places as teachers, as paraeducators, as aides, you name it, they're there helping us still. So I want to thank them very much. It was incredible to see that this district already had a plan for that. It's something they've always done, is they've always gone out and just filled in as needed. And so thank you to everyone who's part of that for getting that together. I think Nicole sent it out, so thank you so much for all of that and getting us organized. And then last but by no means least, second to last, I do want to thank my assistant, Jen, and I should have mentioned it on that slide, but she coordinated the district kickoff. I basically said, here's the idea, and she got it together. So Ms. Sachs, thank you so much. That snaps. I find myself surrounded by people, if I just throw an idea out, they do it. They rise to that level of whatever it is I ask. So I'm really thankful for that. And I just want to say, I just want to sort of piggyback on what Member Nguyen said, that at the kickoff, I had two quotes that are really, really important. And I want to say it again for our community. One of them, Toni Morrison, the purpose of freedom is to free somebody else. And I feel that's what we do. That's our purpose in education, is to provide freedom and options for other people. And then the second one by Nelson Mandela, which is, everything seems impossible till it's done. And so those are our two things I'm just going to continue to harp on, and we're just going to continue to work. So thank you, everyone. Most importantly, I want to thank this board for all of your help. You've been the most supportive board, and I've had a couple. And you guys are amazing, amazing. And I just thank you for all your help. And we really do feel it from you. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It is now 8:30. Could I have a motion for adjournment?
Well, I'm trying to stretch it out because,
Yes, you have a motion for adjournment.
And I'll second.
Okay, who made the motion? Oh, Member Jones made a motion to adjourn, and Member Plancarte.
I don't know, it might go past that.
Seconded. Let's vote. Ms. Lee?
Yes.
All right, Kat, you made it.
Yes.
Was there a bet going on?
Yes,
Probably.
there was.
What did you bet?
8:30.
8:30 mass. All right. Wow.
Every meeting, we got for that. 8:30. Out. We're on 8:30.
Well, add up all
It is a record.
Spotlights and good luck.
Yeah.
Yes. My first one went to